I can have your attention. We'll get started. I've got 5:30. We'll open the meeting. We have 4 of our 5 here, so we definitely have a quorum. Item number 2, review the minutes from November the 15th. Number 3, we'll strike that out because the officer's already been elected. Item 2 on your minutes down there, that's in your minutes again, but that's part of the meeting, I guess. Anyone have any questions or changes or deletions, etc., to the minutes? If not, I'd entertain a motion to approve. Motion by Commissioner Clarity. Mr. Johnson, you're not on this committee, but we appreciate you being here. I still need a second. I'll second. Second by Commissioner Burton. If there are no comments in regards to it, all in favor, let it be known by saying aye. Any opposed by no sign? Minutes stand approved. Item number 4, if you turn your agenda over and look at that. I don't know why, but it appears to me it looks better than it did last month or last quarter. I guess the Happy Place is a cleaning crew, and we paid a little less than we did the last quarter. Arts and Network is a whole lot less. Is there any particular reason there, Amy, that that's so much less?
In the first quarter, the Sheriff's Department bought a lot of equipment. So that was the first quarter. It was a one-time purchase.
Well, it's Sheriff Department equipment could be a big part of it. Okay, and we got a recovery item, vehicle repair from Blankenship's Collision Center, and I'm sure we'll recover that on the insurance, won't we? Common Tech, that's equipment, new vehicles with VHF radios. We spent a lot more in that last quarter. I'm glad to see some of these are down. And 1 new patrol car from Murfreesboro, Ford of Murfreesboro. If you have any comments or questions on any of these, we'll bring them out. For scenic medical services, coroners, autopsies, examinations. Oh, sorry.
On this communication tech, is that a one-time payment?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
The Comtech, that is for it when we buy new vehicles for the Sheriff's Department. They go through them to get their equipment. So it's any time we buy a vehicle from them. Also, Chief buys miscellaneous equipment from them as well.
So that's this new car that's going in on that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Any other comments? What about the coroners here? Does any of these belong to Core Civic?
Several of them do, and we are getting reimbursed for those.
Good, thank you. And Gilmore's Refrigeration, we had another air conditioner go out, or service, whichever, it says services. And that's just as needed, isn't it? Hartful Foodland. Sure, go ahead. He's asking what is the bill for the jail?
Well, I can do it this way. The senior center spends $37.50 a month. The remaining amounts are normally for the jail.
No. HVAC services.
That part I do not know offhand at the moment.
Okay.
But I will get you that number later this week.
Thank you.
Does that answer your question?
Well, yeah, I was there on that particular day, and I'm just curious of what the bill was.
Do you have a problem with that? Did he service it like it should be or whatever?
Well, I want to see what the bill is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I want to see what the bill is.
Well, it's evidently for two different places. One of them is for the jail and the other is CJC. What does the CJC stand for?
That's the Justice Center across the street.
Okay, so evidently you serviced them both. All righty, Hartful Foodland, even a little less than it was the last quarter. Could that be because we have fewer people, Shane?
Yes, sir, I believe it is, and the sheriff's cutting back quite a bit.
Okay, good. Hartful Service Center, Sheriff Department Vehicle Maintenance and Repair, and U.S. Trash Vehicle Maintenance and Repair. So that's pretty self-explanatory. I noticed on Dr. Carey, he's the same every quarter.
It is a contracted amount through the Sheriff's Department.
Okay. Kimbrough oil is down considerably, but I know that's that you buy it as you need it. What about on duty depot or deputy? That's equipment for the patrol car. We ought to have these patrol cars in very good shape. Seems like every month, every quarter we come in here, we spend an arm and a leg on them. Harmon, that's another one of our fuel companies, and they're a little bit more.
Looks like the two of them together is about $5,000 more last year, same quarter.
Yeah.
I know we've been expecting it to be an increase. I'm kind of surprised it's not more than that, but watch it.
Well, it's really kind of hard to watch it because you don't know when they buy it and what goes in this month and what goes in that month. About the only way you can look at it is on a yearly basis, or at least 6 to 9 months. Mary, do you still shop with both those companies to try to get your best price?
Yes, sir. Under state law, we have to try to send it out to 3 companies. We send it to Kimbrough, Parman, and Pilot. Pilot normally doesn't respond with a bid, but Kimbrough and Parman always respond with a bid. And you can see, I mean, it's kind of close to 50-50. They're real close in their prices. But we did have another company we were going with before Kimbrough, and they hardly ever submitted a bid either. So adding Kimbrough to it in some instances has saved us money.
So when you get close to needing fuel, you just let each one of them bid on it? Is that the way you do it?
Yes, sir. Renee keeps track of the fuel levels in the diesel and E85 tanks. And when they get down to a certain number, she issues out a bid and usually has them respond either that day or the next morning, and then has a delivery very soon after.
Thank you. Any questions on that? And you're right, we may eventually have to have a amendment in that area, but time will tell. Solid waste, of course, we got a contract there too. I was looking at 2021. It's up somewhat too. I don't know. Well, they went up on us a little bit. I guess that's the reason it's up.
No, Mr. Chairman, actually our contracted rate is still the same as $37 a ton, but with all the development we've seen in the county, we see an increase in trash coming through the convenience centers, so we've got an increase in tonnage.
Any questions on that one? TriCounty Electric. I don't know how they're down this quarter, but they appear to be. Second quarter. It's the second quarter.
It could also be that we haven't entered those bills for December during this time. Those might be a showing in January instead of December. That's probably why it's down so much.
It's been a very mild December. That probably speaks a lot for it. And TriCounty Fiber, EMC Fiber, that's a contract, so I'm assuming it's going to run the same every quarter. Is that right? Any other questions any of you got on any of this? You do, now's the time to bring them up.
We're halfway through the year on this. Is there anything that you're concerned about, Mayor or Amy? Everything pretty much tracking like we expected?
I called Miss Amy today on this, asked basically the same question. If we was running pretty well parallel to where we were last year, and for the most part we are. Of course, you're going to have some variations, and fuel may be one that we really want to watch, but not much we can do on some of these because they're under contract, so they're going to be what they are. I guess one question I had is like in Dr. Carey's case, he's 31,125, and I guess that's every quarter. Has he went up any in the last year or so? Do you know?
I believe he's gone up every year since 2018 is when we started the contract with him. I think it's gone up maybe $900 a month every year. I'll have to get back to you on that one, but that number is jumping in my mind.
Not much, not significant.
Yes, sir. I believe in the contract, there's an annual increase of 3% written in.
Any other comments or questions? Any other business to come before us? Public comments, anyone? Sure.
Have we bought all the patrol cars, or is there still one they're waiting to get? Or do you know?
I know I had 2 that just came across my desk. I believe we're still waiting on 1 more.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. I just wasn't sure.
We still like 1 car. Yeah. Any other questions from any member of the group? I think we've reached the bottom end. I'd entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Motion by Commissioner Burton, second by Commissioner Gary. All in favor say aye. We stands adjourned.